Hello my dear student, welcome in biology class, chapter number 15 in going on of class 9th, that is our environment. Today I am going to describe part 2. In part first we already learned about what is environment, their components, biodegradable, non-biodegradable and ecosystem and their components. Today I am going to describe how organism takes their food material by the different way. So all the living organisms simply they are classified on the basis of their nutritional process. They are taking behavior of the food taking behavior. So let us one by one. In previous class you already learned about the different things related to autotroph, heterotroph, producer, consumer, decomposer. In this only I give you the intro about what is producer, consumer, decomposer and etc. So let us one by one. First is the producer. Very simple. Producer means organism they produce the material or the product is formed by that site. प्रोड्यूसर मीन्स क्या होता है, जहाँ से कोई भी मटेरियल बनता है, चाहे वो खाने वाला मटेरियल हो, चाहे कोई टॉय हो या अन्य कोई प्रोडक्ट हो. सो लेट अस प्रोड्यूसर मीन्स प्रोड्यूस करने वाला. जब किसी भी वर्क में उसके वर्क में लास्ट में ई आर ऐड हो जाता है तो उसको हम बोलते हैं उस वर्क को करने वाला. जैसे ड्राइव क्या है, एक वर्क है. जैसे उसमें ई आर ऐड हो जाता है, क्या हो जाता है, ड्राइवर मीन्स हो जाता है चालक. ड्राइव मीन्स होता है एक फंक्शन है, वर्क है और उसको करने वाला कौन है, ड्राइवर है. ऐसे टीचर और ऐसे बहुत से एग्जाम्पल आपकी लाइफ में है, राइटर. सो लेट अस व्हाट इज प्रोड्यूसर. वेरी सिंपल. organism they can make their own food, they are called producer. Organism they are the making the food, they are called producer. So very simple. In the environment all green plant, blue green algae, this blue green algae also called cyanobacteria. This blue green algae called cyanobacteria. All green plants, blue green algae can produce their food as in the form of sugar and starch from inorganic substance using light energy in the process of photosynthesis. So very simple. You already learned about this producer in the from the lower classes and also photosynthesis process. We know that the photosynthesis is the process of making food by the plant with the help of sunlight, water, in the presence of water, and they make their own food. So all green plants and blue green algae make their own food by the process of photosynthesis. And in previous class you learned in the same class already you learned in the first chapter life process autotrophic nutrition. So autotrophic and nutrition you already know. Autotrophic nutrition means the organism they can make their own food, they are called autotrophs, and this type of nutrition is called autotrophic nutrition. So यहाँ पे प्रोड्यूसर है. प्रोड्यूसर्स क्या करते हैं, अपना भोजन स्वयं बनाते हैं. ठीक, they produce food in the form of sugar and salt from inorganic cement by the process of photosynthesis. Any doubt? Next is the consumers. कंज्यूमर्स क्या होता है, कंज्यूम मीन्स होता है रिसीव करना, इकट्ठा करना, लेना. एंड कंज्यूमर वो प्रोसेस इकट्ठा करने वाले को या रिसीव करने वाले को हम लोग बोलते हैं क्या, कंज्यूमर. वी आर द कंज्यूमर. ऑल ह्यूमन बीइंग आर द कंज्यूमर. वी टेक द फूड मटेरियल फ्रॉम द डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ द प्लांट आर द प्रोड्यूसर, वी आर द कंज्यूमर. सो लेट अस व्हाट इज कंज्यूमर. ऑर्गेनिज्म्स which depend on the producer either directly or indirectly for the sustenance of their life. Organism which depend on the producer either indirectly or directly for sustaining their life, for surviving in the environment, or fulfilling their nutritional value from the producer. They are called consumer. So we can say consumers depend on other for food. Consumers depend on other for food. So we can say simply producer consumer are correlated. After that we learn about the detailed consumers and their part. Next, consumers are classified into herbivores, carnivores, omnivore, and parasite. So consumers already we know that the consumers they consume the food material, consume the other things from the producer. They are called consumer. So in the environment we are simply know about the what is consumers. First is the herbivores. Herbivores, what is this? Already you learned in the class 6, 7 and in the lower classes. Herbivores organism they feed upon the herbs. Herbs means green plants, leaf, grasses. They are called herbivores. Simply we can say here grass eaters are called herbivores. Grass eaters are called herbivores, that is cow and deer is the example of herbivores. Herbivores means organism they depend upon herbs, plant and their leaf and their plant product are grasses. They are called herbivores. Means simply we can say grass eaters animal are called herbivores. For example, cow and deer, buffalo, etc. Next is the carnivores. Carnivores means organism they depend upon the flesh of the animal or other organism. They are called carnivore. So simply we can say flesh eaters are called carnivores. Flesh eaters are called carnivore. For example, lion and tiger. Lion and tiger and etc. are the example of carnivores because they depend upon the flesh of the another organism. Next is the parasite. Parasite, what is? Parasite simply they are lying on the surface of the other organism or inside the body of or any organ of the other organism for fulfilling their nutritional values from that organism. So parasite simply we can say the organism that lie and feed on the host body are called parasite. Organism that live or feed on the other host body are called parasite. For example, plasmodium and etc. Many example of the parasite. Next one is the omnivores. Omnivores means simply we can say the organism that take grass or plant product as well as flesh of the organism. They are called omnivores. So simply the organism that feed on both plant and flesh of the animal are called omnivores. For example, crow. Human beings also, we are also omnivore. So this is our short view of the consumers. First is the herbivore, carnivore, parasite and omnivore. You already learned in the lower classes. This is important for your board examination that will come in the one word question, otherwise short one. Next one is the decomposers. Decomposers are that responsible for the decomposing of the material from the environment. So let us, what is this? Fungi and bacteria which break down or decompose the dead plant and animal complex compound into the simpler one is called decomposer. Fungi bacteria that breaks or decompose the dead plant and animal complex compound into simpler one are called decomposer. Very simple. Decomposers are known as the cleaner of the environment. They clean the environment from the dead and decaying matters, other plants. So this is all about producer, consumer and decomposer. Producer, consumer, decomposer. And here this grass is the primary, that is producer. Also we can say primary. These are the producer. Deer take the grass, and that is this deer is taken by the lion. When lion is dead, this one is dead, taken by the decomposer. So simply grass taken by deer, deer taken by the lion. This shows the relationship, that is interrelationship. They fulfilling their nutrient from from each one by one. So this shows the food chain. Next topic is the food chain. So we already learned about the producer, consumer and decomposer. That is important for your board examination.